Shemar Stewart signs 4-year deal with Bengals. Contract details and analysis. A fierce standoff in contract negotiations has finally been resolved, sparking major buzz around the Cincinnati Bengals. In a decision that could mark the start of a new era for the team, the Bengals and rookie defensive end Shemar Stewart, who was selected 17th overall from Texas A&M, have finalized a 4-year deal worth $18.97 million, complete with a generous $10.4 million signing bonus. This was confirmed on Friday by Stewart's agent, Zach Hiller, as reported by The Athletic. But here's where it gets controversial. The core of the disagreement was based on a clause in Stewart's rookie contract that allowed the Bengals to wipe out his guaranteed money if he engaged in behavior harmful to the team. This could include scenarios such as injuring himself during prohibited activities or becoming involved in criminal conduct. In an effort to avoid distracting his teammates, Stewart left a mandatory minicamp earlier in the week while discussions were ongoing, though he didn't hesitate to express his unfiltered opinions in June. His candid remark, "I'm 100% right," underscored his stance that his demands were not unprecedented, and he criticized the team for seemingly prioritizing debate over winning games. And this is the part most people might miss. Until this agreement, Stewart was one of just 2 draft picks from this year who had not yet signed with their team, leaving Cleveland Browns second-round pick Quinshon Judkins as the only remaining unsigned selection. The situation adds another layer of intrigue to the Bengals offseason, which has also seen contract troubles with star edge rusher Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson has been notably absent from minicamp, while negotiations over a contract extension continue. He is currently playing out the final year of a deal signed in 2023 that carries a cap hit of $18.3 million and includes one remaining year, $16 million. This complex scenario further fuels the debate. Are these contractual moves in the best interest of team chemistry, or do they risk fracturing the unity needed for success on the field? What do you think about these high-stakes negotiations? Are the terms fair, or do they reflect a harsher stance that could impact team dynamics? Share your thoughts and join the conversation. Bengals owner Mike Brown's bold stance on Shemar Stewart's contract. Imagine a situation where a team's stance on a rookie contract could spark controversy. And that's exactly what's happening with the Cincinnati Bengals and their first-round pick, Shemar Stewart. And here's where it gets interesting. The team's blunt reasoning behind their firm contract stance might surprise many, especially those unfamiliar with the nuances of NFL negotiations. Just shy of turning 90, Bengals owner Mike Brown remains deeply engaged with his team's affairs. Though he's not often in the media spotlight, he makes it a point to give at least one interview annually. During the recent local media day, Brown was clearly prepared for questions about the ongoing contract dispute involving Stewart. The core issue isn't about money. Both sides already agree on a 4-year deal worth nearly $19 million. Instead, the sticking point lies in the specific language of the contract. Stewart's camp is demanding that his entire guaranteed amount be fully protected, meaning he would receive the full $18.97 million regardless of circumstances. Conversely, the Bengals want the flexibility to void some guarantees if Stewart violates NFL policies or commits a legal infraction that results in suspension or jail time. Brown cut straight to the point. He doesn't want to pay someone who might end up behind bars. As he succinctly puts it, "We're not going to be paying someone who's sitting in jail." This blunt statement underscores the team's stance. If Stewart gets into serious trouble, the Bengals aren't willing to be financially responsible for guarantees that could be affected. This kind of frankness from an owner is rare, especially when it comes to contract negotiations. Brown's comments likely won't sit well with Stewart and his agent, Zach Hiller, who probably hoped for a more flexible approach. Instead, Brown's firm position signals that the Bengals are unwilling to compromise on this particular contract language, which could prolong the standoff for weeks. So what's next? Will Stewart accept the Bengals' terms, or will this dispute drag on? We've previously made predictions about when this negotiation might reach a resolution, and you can check out those insights here. For a deeper dive into Brown's comments and the ongoing contract saga, read more here. This situation raises a provocative question. Should NFL teams have the right to deny guaranteed money if a player faces legal or disciplinary issues? Or does this stance unfairly penalize players for circumstances beyond their control? Share your thoughts. Do you agree with the Bengals' hardline approach? Or do you think players deserve full guarantees regardless of future risks? Shemar Stewart signs a rookie contract with Bengals. NFL News. A dramatic contract standoff has finally come to an end. One that had the entire NFL world buzzing. Shemar Stewart, the last remaining unsigned first-round pick from this year's draft, has officially inked his rookie deal with the Cincinnati Bengals. But here's where it gets controversial. The holdup wasn't about money, but about the fine print, specifically contract language that could have put Stewart's future earnings at risk. Let's break it down. Stewart, selected 17th overall, had been holding out because the Bengals insisted on including clauses that might allow them to void his guaranteed money under certain circumstances. This is a hot-button issue in NFL contract negotiations, as guarantees are a player's safety net. After weeks of tense discussions, a compromise was finally reached. According to a source familiar with the negotiations, Stewart agreed to the Bengals' contract language, but only after the team sweetened the deal by restructuring his signing bonus. The Bengals will now pay Stewart an extra $500,000 of this signing bonus upfront, a significant concession that shows just how much they valued his potential. Stewart, a standout defensive end from Texas A&M, is widely regarded as a future star pass rusher. The Bengals are counting on him to make an immediate difference on a defense that struggled last season, even as quarterback Joe Burrow and wide receiver Jamar Chase delivered stellar performances. Missing the playoffs was a bitter pill for Cincinnati, and Stewart's arrival is seen as a team move to get the team back on track. And this is the part most people miss. With Stewart's deal done, only one 2025 NFL draft pick remains unsigned. Cleveland Browns second-rounder Quinshon Judkins. But Judkins' situation is even more complicated, as he's currently facing a domestic violence charge, making it unlikely he'll sign anytime soon. Here's a question for you. Should teams be allowed to include language that could void a player's guaranteed money? Or does that undermine the spirit of rookie contracts? Is Stewart's decision to accept the Bengals' terms a smart business move, or did he give up too much for a quicker payday? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is a debate that's sure to divide fans and experts alike.